Welcome back to Kababayan Today. My name is G. Tanji. We're coming to you from Los Angeles, California. And now it's time for the Real Estate Buzz with Mia McLeod.
This Real Estate Buzz segment is brought to you by McLeod & Associates, a full-service real estate and mortgage firm. It's not about the number of homes we sell, it's about the difference we make in people's lives.
Kasama natin dito sa studio si Mia McLeod para i-share sa inyong lahat everything you need to know when it's time for you to buy a house.
Yes, and it's always a treat to be here, G.
Thank you so much for being here. Kapatid, as you call us.
Yes, and maraming salamat sa mga viewers natin.
Alright, so pag-usapan na natin ito, hindi alam ng mga tao that pag bibili kayo ng bahay, you will go to the bank and you will get a loan. Ang dami pong taong involved dyan, di ba?
Yes.
So let's spell it out for our kababayan so that they understand who are the people involved.
Yes, and I think this is really great to cover because in a real estate transaction, as I've shared before, there's like 20 different people involved. But on the loan side, it's really great to really dive in deeper to see who's involved, because the loan side is where buyers typically get the most frustrated, to be honest. This is where a lot of the frustration starts to brew. But what they may not know is really how many people behind the scenes are actually working this file. So to give them a snapshot, we start with that loan officer, and then we have the loan processor, the account executive over at the bank, a broker coordinator, the actual underwriter that reviews all the files and determines whether it's an approved file or a denial. Then it goes to the lock desk. That's where you lock your interest rate. Then you have a CD technician. CD stands for closing disclosure. And this was a new position because of the new guidelines with new disclosures that came out earlier this year. Then it moves to the doc drawer, who actually draws the loan documents that you're about to sign in escrow. And then it ends with the funder.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
ang daming tao.
Yes.
Imagine if you're trying to do that by yourself, how many people you need to talk to. So really,
Yes,
I mean,
really. So that's why if you are actually buying right now or refinancing right now, go hug your loan officer because they're doing a lot for you.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about the examples of the common reasons for delay. If you're trying to buy a house and it gets delayed, what can be the common reasons?
Oh my goodness, there's a lot, but I'd like to just maybe highlight 3 here. Appraisal issues and repairs, which we talked about previously, but that causes delays. Challenging loan conditions, things that maybe you have to go to a third party to request for some things to be sufficient for the underwriter to sign off, and that could take days, sometimes weeks to fulfill. Lack of urgency from the borrowers with the gathering of documents. Because a lot of times borrowers don't know what's involved, they don't understand the urgency. That's why once we get an open escrow, we like to sit down with the client and really go over what the next 30 days are going to look like so that they can see who's doing what and what their role in the process is.
Yes, it's about communication.
Yes, absolutely. So sometimes we'll see lack of urgency from the borrowers because they think, oh, I'll send my bank statement tomorrow. But they don't realize once that bank statement is reviewed, it then still needs to be submitted to the right person and then reviewed again.
That's right. So
Yes.
make sure to give it as a complete package, right?
Complete package, all pages, and a good loan officer and a good loan team will be able to tell you exactly what you need to gather for them.
So Mia, let's talk about the red flags. What are the red flags that can cause a deal to fall through?
Yes, and this is great to always cover, and it's something our office covers in our buyer consults. But one of them is buying a car during the process. You don't want to buy a car because it could change how much loan you can get pre-approved for. You have a new big debt, so we have to take that into consideration with the qualification. So we say don't buy a car when you're applying for a mortgage loan. Next thing I would say is depositing money that cannot be sourced. Remember, the banks are going to paper trail every cent that you use towards this purchase. So make sure you deposit money only that can be sourced. If it's cash, then we won't be able to source it, right? The banks won't allow that.
Okay.
So a lot of times we have families where, oh, the mom says, I have 10,000 under my pillow. Well, you know.
Hey, we're laughing now, but a lot of kababayans do that.
Yes,
Yeah, my
it
lola used to put money under the pillow?
Yes, unfortunately, the banks won't let us use that. They're very strict in that way. This next one might be funny to you as well, but quitting your job during escrow period. Believe it or not, sometimes we have to tell buyers, don't quit your job. Remember, you're applying for a $300,000, $400,000 loan. The bank wants to make sure you're employed so that you can pay back this loan, right? So, and they will verify that you're employed. Normally 2 times. One right before they send the loan documents to escrow, but another time right before they fund the loan and send the wire out with the money. So don't quit your job during escrow. Taking on any new debt, very similar to buying a car. Don't apply for any new credit cards during the process. Sometimes we get buyers that are extremely excited, so 1 week before closing, they're applying for a Home Depot or a Lowe's credit card. Just hang tight. Once the funds are there and it closes up, you can do whatever you want at that point. Switching jobs. You know, sometimes people don't think that this is a big issue, but it could cause some serious delays. If you're a nurse, for example, and you switch to another hospital, these banks will want to see at least 1 month pay stub from your new job before they fund the loan. So if it's a 30-day escrow and you switch midway, you might not get your first pay stub until 2-3 weeks later, which ends up, you know, causing issues with closing on time and could result in a cancellation. If you're already a homeowner and you just want to know if there's a healthier loan program out there, we do free mortgage reviews. And again, to circle back about your about the consultations, we had a few viewers already come out, and these run about 45 minutes to an hour, where we go over what your goals are, what market trends are, what the process is, and we come up with a solid game plan for you.
Okay, wonderful. Mia, thank you so much for being here, for sharing all your knowledge to our kababayans. It's so important that they are informed with all these things that will really make the process not as stressful.
Yes, absolutely. It's a big purchase. So we just want to let our kababayans know that they can reach out to us anytime. We are a trusted source for the community, and we do all our consultations for free.
All right. Maraming salamat, Mia, for being here.
Maraming salamat, Kapatid G.
All right. Yes. Maraming salamat po sa pagnood ninyo ng ating programa ngayong hapon na ito. Magkita-kita po tayo dito bukas on Kababayan Today, the only daily talk show for Filipinos in America on Free TV. Paalam na po.